Sanae Takaichi has become the leader of the Liberal Democratic Party, and the Nikkei 225 surged sharply by about 5%, closing today at a record high of 47,944 yen. It briefly surpassed 48,000 yen earlier. This video covers the results of the leadership election, Takaichi's economic policies, and the stocks influenced by her policies, such as Mitsubishi Heavy Industries and Lasertec. Among the 5 LDP leadership candidates, Takaichi was clearly expected to have a positive impact on the Japanese economy and the stock market. In the runoff vote, Shinjiro Koizumi received 156 votes, while Sanae Takaichi secured 185 votes, making her the new LDP leader. Taro Aso played a significant role in her rise to the position. Many LDP lawmakers from the Aso faction voted for Takaichi in the runoff. One of candidate Motegi, who has a good relationship with Aso, reportedly conveyed the same view within his camp, and Kobayashi also indicated to his supporters that he intended to vote for Takaichi, sharing a common conservative belief. It is said that in the first round, Aso faction members voted for Motegi and Kobayashi to show support. But in the second round, they encouraged both to vote for Takaichi as well. This strategic approach not only secured Takaichi's support, but also incorporated votes from Motegi and Kobayashi, drawing attention for its cleverness. The runoff combined votes from Diet members and LDP party members. Takaichi overwhelmingly won 36 out of 47 prefectural party votes, while Koizumi received only 11. Although Takaichi leads the LDP as a minority ruling party, if she is formally elected prime minister by the Diet, she would become Japan's first female prime minister. It is expected that Taro Aso will become vice president, and the party secretary general could be Suzuki from the Aso faction. Takaichi represents Nara Prefecture in the House of Representatives. She has served as Minister for Internal Affairs and Communications under former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, and has also held the position of Minister for Economic Security, among other roles. Her economic policy, known as Sanaenomics, continues the Abenomics approach of the late Prime Minister Abe. Abenomics, introduced in 2012, aimed to end deflation and promote economic growth in Japan. Its main features are summarized in the 3 arrows policy. Bold monetary policy. The Bank of Japan expanded liquidity to increase money supply, encouraging inflation and a weaker yen. Flexible fiscal policy focused on boosting government spending, such as public works, to stimulate the economy. Structural reforms promoted deregulation and corporate support to encourage private investment and innovation, which also helped lift stock prices. Sanae Takaichi's policies are centered on proactive fiscal stimulus, known as Sanaenomics, and place strong emphasis on strengthening national defense, promoting advanced technologies, and energy policy in areas with high growth potential. Sanae Takaichi has proposed measures such as introducing a refundable tax credit and partly abolishing the gasoline tax as part of a tax cut agenda. The aim is to boost consumption and improve the economy, and the market has reacted positively. However, higher fiscal spending could expand the national debt and weaken the value of the yen. That could lead to a weaker yen and rising interest rates. But a weaker yen would boost profits for export-oriented companies and is therefore expected to be positive for equities. Defensively, Japan is surrounded by nuclear-armed states and will continue moving towards stronger national defense capabilities. The global trend is to diversify procurement and development sources for defense equipment to reduce risk. Mitsubishi Heavy Industries is first among heavy engineering manufacturers in Japan and the top recipient of procurement from the Defense Ministry. The company supplies many destroyers and tanks and produces aircraft and the Patriot surface-to-air missile system under license. The share of sales to the Defense Ministry is increasing. Japan, the United Kingdom, and Italy are jointly developing the next-generation fighter. In August 2025, Mitsubishi Heavy Industries won its first order from the Australian government for a destroyer, and expectations are rising that this will accelerate Japan's defense equipment exports. Kawasaki Heavy Industries' defense business focuses on building destroyers and submarines, manufacturing aircraft and engines, and developing missiles and defense electronics. Its strength lies in advanced technology and the ability to handle multiple defense sectors. IHI accounts for about 70% of Japanese jet engine production, and its defense-related business includes missile systems, radar and satellite components, aircraft parts for the Japan Self-Defense Forces, and space-related technologies. It holds a significant domestic share in both commercial and defense aerospace. Japan Steel Works is an industrial machinery and steel manufacturer. Defense-related equipment accounts for a little more than 10% of its business. Japan Steel Works supplies howitzers, armored vehicles, and main guns for tanks. The company is also working on the development of railguns, next-generation weapons that fire projectiles using electromagnetic power. In the field of cybersecurity, Takaichi encourages the use of domestically made products and services to prevent information leaks from communication equipment, cloud systems, and data centers. There is a growing sense of caution toward the expanding share of foreign products, and Takaichi emphasizes the advantages of politically independent, locally developed technologies, both domestically and internationally. Canon Marketing Japan, a sales subsidiary of Canon, which sells Canon products as well as surveillance cameras. ACSL is a Japanese industrial drone manufacturer. It develops drones used for logistics, infrastructure inspection, disaster prevention, and inventory management. The company conducts disaster response training with the self-defense forces and local governments, and is expanding into markets such as India, Taiwan, and the United States. FFRI Security is a cybersecurity firm specializing in fully domestic computer security services. It has strong connections with government agencies and aims to expand into areas such as vehicle cybersecurity and national cyber defense. NTT provides comprehensive security services based on its communications infrastructure, including cyber attack detection, defense, and analysis. Centered on NTT Security Japan, the company operates threat intelligence and security operations center services for corporations and government bodies. Overseas, NTT offers global monitoring and consulting through NTT Data and NTT. Fujitsu provides advanced information security systems for government agencies and major corporations. It focuses on AI-based intrusion detection and zero-trust network management, contributing to domestic and international cyber defense systems. Fujitsu is also strong in encryption and authentication technologies that enhance data protection. Hitachi integrates OT, operational technology, and IT security to defend critical infrastructure such as factories and power plants from cyber attacks. Through Hitachi Systems, it provides corporate security monitoring services and applies its technologies to IoT fields. NEC is one of Japan's largest cybersecurity companies, developing systems for the Ministry of Defense and the National Police Agency. It offers multi-layered solutions including AI-driven threat analysis, facial and biometric authentication for access control, and cloud security monitoring. NEC also plays a key role in national-level cyber defense exercises and international security cooperation. Regarding the domestic production of critical materials, Japan is accelerating efforts to reduce dependence on specific countries. The situation has highlighted the risk of relying too heavily on foreign sources for essential materials. Critical materials are those designated by the government as vital for economic and food security. These include semiconductors, storage batteries, advanced electronic components, rare earth elements, fertilizers, and natural gas. TDK is a leading manufacturer of electronic components. It holds the top global share in small rechargeable batteries used in smartphones. The company is working on developing all-solid-state batteries that use new ceramic materials to address safety challenges associated with lithium-ion batteries. Toyo Engineering is a major plant engineering and construction company. It specializes in developing and designing facilities for oil refining, chemical production, and fertilizer manufacturing. Reportedly, test drilling for rare earth elements off the coast of Minamotori Island has begun. In the field of advanced technologies, next-generation energy and space are key priorities, with stable power supply for AI data centers and factories being a critical issue. Efforts focus on both energy security and industrial policy. The most advanced areas include AI, quantum technologies, robotics, space development, renewable energy, and semiconductors. In the semiconductor sector, Tokyo Electron is a leading domestic manufacturer of semiconductor production equipment, supplying front-end equipment to semiconductor manufacturers worldwide. Lasertec is a domestic inspection equipment manufacturer holding the world's only technology for EUV mask inspection. Hamamatsu Photonics provides equipment for medical and semiconductor applications using optical technologies. In energy policy, clean next-generation power technologies such as nuclear fusion are a major focus. Fusion energy projects are being advanced worldwide. ITER, under construction in France, is an international experimental nuclear fusion reactor aimed at demonstrating the feasibility of fusion power generation. JT60SA is Japan's advanced tokamak experimental device used to verify plasma control and material performance. Japanese companies participating include Fujikura, Hitachi, Kamishima Chemical, Toyo Carbon, Sumitomo Electric, Sukegawa Electric, and providing technologies such as in-vessel equipment, superconducting coils, sensors, and heat-resistant materials. Fujikura excels in electric wire and optical fiber technologies, supplying AI data center cables and HDD components, and is increasing production of high-temperature superconducting wires for fusion applications. Hitachi designs and manufactures superconducting magnets, high-voltage transformers, vacuum equipment, and control systems, acting as a supplier of devices, structures, and infrastructure technologies. Kamishima Chemical produces transparent ceramics for laser fusion, applicable to high-power lasers and fusion devices. Toyo Carbon provides high-performance graphite materials suitable for reactor walls and diverter components requiring heat and plasma resistance. Sumitomo Electric supplies superconducting wires and electrical technologies, with applications in ITER components and superconducting coil joints. Sukegawa Electric leverages nuclear and industrial equipment expertise to deliver sensors, reactor structures, and test facilities for fusion experimental reactors. In the space sector, Astroscale Holdings is developing and demonstrating technologies to remove space debris and also conducts observation and inspection of malfunctioning satellites and other objects. The leadership election of the Liberal Democratic Party was held under unusual circumstances, with the ruling coalition lacking a majority in both the House of Representatives and the House of Councilors. Advancing policy will require coordination with opposition parties, meaning that leadership must go beyond uniting the party internally. Expanding the coalition is also a consideration, and for the time being, cooperation with the opposition on individual policies will be essential. Under Sanae Takaichi, the ruling party's closest policy ally would be the Sanseito Party, but a coalition with them would not give a majority in the House of Representatives. Realistically, the Democratic Party for the People appears to be the closest potential partner, and the Japan Innovation Party is also a possible coalition partner. In addition, U.S. President Trump's visit to Japan is being coordinated around end of October. Building a relationship with Trump, who prefers direct negotiations between top leaders, is an urgent task. During the summit, issues such as increases in defense spending and tariffs will present immediate diplomatic challenges. Sanae Takaichi becoming LDP leader is a positive development for the Japanese stock market. Today, after the election, the Nikkei 225 reached a record high, and her policies are expected to continue stimulating economic activity.